When you hear the word opium, your brain immediately lights up like a Playboy Cardi concert. It's like a 1-2 punch of Cardi's vibe and his label opium, which brings in the legendary Carson Destroy Lonely. And if that wasn't enough, here comes the Homicide Gang to complete the trifecta. But let's get real for a second. The reason you can't help but be excited about opium is because their performances are hotter than a dragon sneeze. Especially when Carson Destroy Lonely hit the stage, it's like they're on a mission to set the world on fire. Speaking of missions, they're going out on the Antagonist tour. And guess who's along for the wild ride? The master of beats and crowd hype. None other than DJ Lil88. This guy knows how to work the turntables like a wizard on a magical groove journey, and he's the secret sauce that elevates every opium show to the next level. Meet the musical maestro, the beat-making wizard, the groove guru from Atlanta, Georgia, and none other than Joel and Anthony Lowe, the legend who goes by the name Lil88. And I know what you're thinking, he didn't pick the name because he's 88 years old, but because he's 88 times doper than your average producer. This guy is a force to be reckoned with the music world. You see, Lil88 isn't just a regular record producer. He's a member of not one but two prestigious production groups, the almighty 808 Mafia and the fearless Crash Dummy Crew. Let me tell you, when they team up, it's like an explosion that could power a small country. He's got a dynamic dual partnership going on with none other than the sensational Carson. It's like a tag team of creativity, an unstoppable combo that creates hits like they're playing a game of golf with Tiger Woods and Phoenix. And here's a fun fact for you. Lil88 has some serious genes in his DNA. Turns out his uncle is none other than the mysterious TM88. It's like music flows through his veins, drips off their fingers when they touch those beats. When Lil88 hits the studio, it's like a magic in the making. He waves melodies and rhythms together like a spider spin web of audio delights. And let me tell you, once you get caught in his with beats, there's no escaping the trance he puts you under. For example, the beat Rock and Roll by Carson and the beat on Beano of A Whole Lot of Red. So next time you find yourself grooving to a Carson track or feeling the bass in your bones on a Crash Dummy production, remember that there's a little 808 behind the scenes sprinkling his fairy dust and making the beats and keeping us all moving and even grooving. Now let's just touch on those roots with 808 Mafia and why they're such a powerhouse for the new generation and even the old. The powerhouse arose from the fury brain of none other than rapper Waka Flocka Flame. Picture this, it's 2010, and Waka's brainstorming with his buddies Lex Luger and Southside. They come up with a genius idea to create a production team that would rock the music scene like a hurricane. The 808 Mafia was born, and it didn't take long for his team to go faster than a beanstalk on steroids. They added more talented producers, and before you know it, they had an army of musical geniuses under their belt. The squad got so big they had to sign with Waka Flocka's label, Brick Squad Monopoly. It's like they became the Avengers of music production, ready to assemble and drop beats like Thor's hammer. And boy did they deliver. 808 Mafia's beats became the secret sauce behind some of the biggest names in the game. From Gucci Mane to Drake, from Future to Young Thug, they were cooking up hits like Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen. They even dabbled with some crazy collaborations, like making beats for Kanye West and even Jay-Z himself. Now when they released their debut mixtape, it was like a feast served out to our ears. They introduced us to talents of our crew, with names like TM88, or Trackman for short, Bebop, Perps, Bobby Beats, and Tarantino. They followed it up with the much-awaited sequel 808 Mafia 2, but man, it seemed like they had some timing issues. Almost like their rapper time. But no worries, when it finally dropped, it was like Christmas came early for music lovers. You know what's the best part? The 808 Mafia family just keeps on growing.